Religion has taught many people to escape accountability, And one of the most subtle yet deeply embedded psychological patterns in religious conditioning is being made to believe that when life gets hard, then don't look at your choices. Don't hold yourself accountable. Look for a spiritual explanation. So instead of asking, where did I go wrong? Or what did I ignore? Or what patterns am I repeating? People are conditioned to say, God is testing me. This is spiritual warfare. The devil is attacking me. Oh, it's my season of struggle. But here's the hard truth. Not every struggle is a test. Some are just the natural consequences of your misaligned choices. You have to understand spiritual language can be a powerful tool for hope and meaning. But it becomes dangerous when it replaces self-reflection. You find someone who can't keep a job, then they start blaming the job or blaming the bosses. Those are not the enemy. The enemy might actually be your attitude. You can't keep a relationship, or you're always in toxic relationships. Then now, you blame generational curses. It might not always be generational curses. It might be your communication or attachment style. If you're always broke, you're financially unstable, that's not always God humbling you. It might be your poor decisions, your avoidance, or even fear of responsibility. Faith without accountability becomes delusion. And now struggle without reflection, that becomes a cycle. Many traditional teachings made it holy to suffer in silence, and made it very suspicious to question pain. We were being told, don't ask God why. Just trust him. You are being tested. Stay faithful. Your breakthrough is coming. It's just around the corner. Just sow another seed. Panda mbegu. But this spiritual bypassing, it teaches people to normalize dysfunction instead of transforming it. To avoid hard conversations under the excuse of peace. Wait for divine intervention instead of taking aligned action. And in that loop, people suffer longer than they need to, because they are convinced that their pain is sacred assignment, not a call to grow. Accountability is not anti-faith. It's a part of healing. True faith is not incompatible with self-awareness. In fact, accountability is a form of spiritual maturity. Reflection is a form of prayer. When you're meditating, when you're attracting, that is a form of prayer. Owning your patterns is how you break generational cycles. Even the Bible says you will reap what you sow. But religion often turned that principle into a weapon of guilt, or not an invitation to growth. Vipi, uko fiti? Stop confusing consequences with tests. There is wisdom in spiritual surrender, but there's also power in self-honesty. Some of the attacks you're facing might not be divine tests or demonic battles. They might be feedback from your own unhealed patterns, unwise decisions, or even ignored boundaries. So when life challenges you, ask yourself, is this happening to me or through me? What is this situation trying to reflect back to me? What part of me needs to take responsibility right now? Because until we stop outsourcing our accountability to religion, we'll keep calling chaos God's will. When it's really just our will gone unexamined. My people, heal.